So, Prof,
Yeah,
good evening.
thank you.
Welcome once again to the channel of choice in the light of reason.
Thank you.
And we want to look at this issue of national anthem. Is it this U-turn or reversal to the old national anthem? Prof, what do you have to say about this kind of U-turn?
Oh, well, I have a feeling that the Tinubu government is becoming adept at bringing frivolous distractions from the main issues that are plaguing the country at the moment. Some people try to defend it by saying that the 2014 National Conference recommended the reversion. But Tinubu did not make that argument. The argument Tinubu and his acolytes are making to justify it is that the wordings of the old anthem are more likely to trigger and promote the feeling of nationalism in a broad section of the Nigerian people. I completely disagree with that. In the first place, the question is Nigeria a nation? Is Nigeria a united nation? And the honest answer is no. People are just pretending that we are one united nation, but if you look at the cleavages, particularly those that manifested during the last elections, the last general elections that led to the emergence of APC, and even previous elections as well, you will see that ethnic cleavages and religious differences still militate against the evolution of a genuine Nigerian nation. How many Nigerians see themselves as Nigerians the way Americans or the British or the Chinese see themselves as nationals of their country? How many of us, how many Nigerians do that? So the question is, let us even settle the issue of nationhood of Nigerians first. And I can tell you honestly, the majority of Nigerians do not feel that consciousness of belonging to a nation that will make them to give whatever it takes in order to maintain the nation, in order to make Nigeria work for everybody that answers the name Nigeria. So the idea that the national anthem will promote a feeling of national unity, in my understanding, is a delusion, really. You don't use mere words to promote nationalistic consciousness or nationalistic feeling. No. The country must also be one that is what people dying for, the citizens, sacrificing whatever it takes to defend and project their nation. So, in my view, the reversion to the old national anthem is an attempt to treat cancer with ordinary Panadol. It will not generate any the required sentiment among Nigerians of belonging to a nation. It's a distraction, actually. It's the way I see it is a gamble by the Tinubu administration to, pretend as if it is working hard to encourage the feeling of national consciousness among the people. People are hungry. People are angry. A lot of people are dying out of lack of medical care. The cost of everything that a human being needs to live a dignified life worthy of a human being living in the 21st century are not available for at least more than 80% of Nigerians. The poverty level is serious. There's this talk about 133 people being in multidimensional poverty. The cost of everything is sky high. And you're talking about reverting to the old national anthem. What is wrong with the one we are used to? Arise, O compatriots. What is wrong with that? And in any case, the national anthem that is replaced was formulated by Nigerians. The one this government have reverted to was actually formulated by the colonial masters. So which one represents nationhood better? The one that was bequeathed to us by agents of the colonial master, or the one that our own people formulated themselves? You see, this government is showing itself to have competence in incompetence, in distractions, in chasing shadows, in making Nigerians waste time on things that do not really matter. So my own answer to that issue of national anthem is that it is irrelevant. It is not what we need now. What we need now is a responsible, responsive, and creative leadership. And in fact, reverting to the old national anthem is actually like going back to your vomit, as far as I'm concerned. It is completely useless. And all the money spent in effecting it is evidence of the wastefulness of the current government. That's the way I see it. For me, it's not an issue at all. It's not something a serious government should bother itself about. Nigerians have serious challenges, existential challenges, that a responsible and a responsive government should be taking 24 hours every day about how to resolve them. Not a matter of going back to, for most Nigerians, the old national is just empty words without substance. They might utter it in public events. But how many of them, particularly in the political class, really believe in the wordings? If they believe in it, they won't be profligate. They won't be inhuman. They won't be avaricious. They won't be greedy as they are today. So for me, it's a meaningless waste of time and resources.